252.
Okay, for all the news and review and pop culture that's right to type, 252 top stories. This week's first story, Solo, a Star Wars story, is a rare misstep for Disney. And franchises
I
in Hollywood
shit you
history.
not, the minute you said Disney, it muted afterwards.
Fuck out of here.
That's awesome. This really messed up for Disney.
Oh, man.
That's two. Let's see what happens there. Just pick up after the word Disney. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a painful reminder that even the most successful movie series can stumble, and that even cocky Han Solo isn't immune to some humble box office.
Well, look.
Well, before we get too much into the actual
Right.
minutia of the movie, some of the let's say waning what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know, opinions
Out there is it could be too close, a little bit of Star Wars fatigue, you know.
I don't think so.
That maybe if the movie was if Star Wars just sticks to December, they got a nice little, there's no real competition.
I don't think anytime you would have released it, it would have been well received. I think I have mixed feelings about this movie. The first half, they tried to cram too much into too short a time. And what I felt like I was watching, it's, okay, he's on Corellia and there's this Oliver Twist thing, right? And okay, now he's on the Empire. Now he's a pilot. Now he's not a pilot. I don't know why, but now he's a...
Again, let's not get too much into...
This is the whole point. They tried to squeeze too much into too short a time. You know, how many people walked out on the first half?
I don't think people walked out on the first half, and I think what you're talking about is they're talking about the box office in a nutshell. And the fact that the money that they made is still a monster amount of money. You're talking 150, 200 million dollars is it's
a dud.
It's no dud for it's a dud for Disney in the fact to produce
these
and to promote it.
These reviews are so polarizing, though. I mean, even more polarizing than The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
A lot of those people didn't even see the movie; they're just writing those reviews. But one thing that's, as far as I forgot what I was going to say, you just made me lose my thought. Back to you, Jeff.
Well, just like in the movie, it kind of waned on, and it came to a complete stop at times. But they were trying to do something, and I say they. I'm going to say he. And you know who he is. Opie Cunningham. He had to grab the reins of this movie that was spiraling down. And,
I feel like... I was going to save this for the review.
All right. Let's stop then.
I'm going to save this for the review.
All right, save it.
About the box office, though. If just the box office pure... I think December would have been better just because it was a longer wait, and people were still pissed about the last movie.
True.
I thought it was good. I didn't have a problem, but a lot of people were still pissed about it. And also just the competition, dude. Like, I go to the movies when a movie really makes me want to go to the movies, and I've gone 5 times since April. Everything is out in the row right now, and it's like, especially if you got kids and stuff, it costs a lot of money to go. So, it's like, well, do I want to spend $50 to see this or not? And I think a lot of people just said, nah, I'll wait and see this for $5 later. It's not essential to the story. I can wait and see what happens if other people like it and so on. I already, it's like I enjoyed it twice and then plan to go to the big screen still, the huge one. But, I thought it was probably, well, we'll get to the review, but I think it was probably the best one since the originals as far as the story and stuff,
All right, and those are the polarizing reviews that I want to hear. Donald Trump, took time out from bashing his Attorney General Jeff Sessions and making Roseanne Barr racism storm all about himself to meet Kim Kardashian. Those are a lot of words and names I never thought I'd say in one sentence. Kim Kardashian West, and discuss the justice system. Traversing the whole gamut of notable Kims, the president is seeking to solve a nuclear crisis. I see what you did there. With a potential meeting with Kim Jong-un soon.
See, the thing is, he
Trump
didn't know they were two different people, and he's seriously disappointed.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what?
And I thought at first she was the one that was married to Robert Townsend.
Yeah,
but that's
and
another Marie Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would
he
be
jumped
weird if she was serving a life sentence for a first-time nonviolent drug offense.
Right.
Well, she
I
did
haven't
have
seen
all
her
those
since
fake body parts, and I'm going to get you, sucker. You never know what could be hiding in a prosthetic limb, man.
Yeah. Still looking good, I'm sure.
Speaking of her in a 6 Degrees sort of way, I saw an episode of The Jeffersons last night that had Ernest Thomas as a thug. He had like a beard and like a Rollo hat and all this stuff. I'm like, is that Raj? And I say, it sounds like Raj. It looks serious? Like yeah. It was him, Robert Guillaume, and Sherman Hemsley all in the scene together. I'm like, this is like sitcom royalty, man.
I was gonna say, did the universe implode? Oh boy. Well, I jumped ahead, so go ahead. My bad.
So I just totally derailed that train with that anecdote, but that's fine. That's what we do here.
Roseanne Barr lashes out at co-stars. Trump wonders why he hasn't gotten an apology from ABC too. Roseanne has a history of making racist remarks and offending the flames of conspiracy theories. ABC canceled the show for it on May 29th.
Yes. I'm at work, and this scroll came across on CNN.
Breaking, yeah.
Yeah, it was breaking news. CBS was canceling Roseanne. Roseanne made a bunch of racist remarks, and I'm like, wait, what? And then the other thing was Donald Trump seeks apology from ABC, and I'm like, stop.
How do you make that about him?
Okay. So, from what I gather, Roseanne made some less than she made some racist remarks to what was that lady's name?
It doesn't matter.
Vivian somebody or whatever.
Susan Trump and Trump. Ooh, shit, in Obama's cabinet. Oh yeah, God.
Well, no, she was, an ABC, and she said something along the lines of called her something out of context and an ape. And the lady is half black, and so she was
like, and black people apes.
Yeah, and so Roseanne
she double dipped because the lady is black and Arabic, and she called her a half breed of ISIS and Planet of the Apes. So she double dipped on the racism.
Ooh, yeah, she double. Yeah, she double. Iger, the president of ABC, pulled the plug on Roseanne because it was like, that's just Twitter fingers. You go out there and you start putting out that kind of racist rhetoric.
You
leave that in the writer's room where it should be.
It was in her contract too. I mean, they knew what they had when they were signing the deal. It said, if you do, and it was for everybody in the cast. If you say or do anything that causes the show embarrassment or negative publicity, you will be fired. So when she did that, they had no choice but to, since it was her, you got to go. Anybody else, they could have just been fired and continued on. And I'm not entirely sure they won't come back with Roseanne's family, the Connors, next year. Sandy Duncan as their aunt, and go on.
I know.
Remember, Valerie's family, the Hogans.
Yeah.
And they got
no reason to fire 200 people because she fucked up, but I think she owns the rights to most of those characters, so they can't continue. They have to just give everybody a new name and come back like it never happened,
And have Ted McGinley as Roseanne.
I would watch that show.
He bats cleanup. That's what he does. All right, so you want to jump into the solo review?
Okay.
I mean, we've been itching for it.
252.
Adonis, pull yourself together.